Diana considered herself a tolerant woman. At 45, she'd learned to choose her battles carefully. She ran a clean home, raised 2 respectful children, and maintained a healthy relationship with her husband Paul. But tolerance, she believed, had its limits. Ethan, her 23-year-old son, had moved back home after college to save money. Diana didn't mind. He helped out, paid a little rent, walked the dog. Everything was peaceful until the day he asked if his girlfriend Sabrina could move in for a while. "She's between apartments," Ethan explained. "It'll just be a few months. She works full-time. She's super low maintenance." Paul raised an eyebrow. Diana, instinctively cautious, agreed on the condition that Sabrina would follow the house rules. Sabrina moved in that weekend. A tall, strong-willed 27-year-old with dyed red hair, fast-talking habits, and a habit of leaving her shoes anywhere but the rack. Diana greeted her with towels, extra drawer space, and a friendly smile. Everything seemed fine at first. Diana first noticed it 3 days in. A faint, sour scent drifting through the hallway. She thought it was the trash. She took it out. The smell remained. It wasn't until Sabrina walked by in the same work shirt she'd worn the day before that the truth hit her like a slap. It was her. Sabrina worked long hours as a line cook. Grease, smoke, and sweat clung to her skin and hair. But instead of showering when she got home, she'd collapse on the couch, shoes off, arms stretched behind her head, releasing a cloud of mustiness that settled into the fabric. She didn't change clothes. She didn't do laundry. She didn't even seem to notice. At first, Diana said nothing. She lit candles, sprayed air freshener, washed couch cushions, but the smell worsened. "She smells like wet socks and onions," Mia, Diana's teenage daughter, muttered one night. "No offense." Even the dog, Toby, started avoiding the living room. 2 weeks in, Sabrina still hadn't done laundry once. Diana tried subtlety, mentioning the new lavender detergent, offering to show her the washer settings. Nothing. The tension grew. Dinner became awkward. Paul whispered that he could smell her across the room. Mia began eating in her room. Diana dreaded walking past the couch. Then came the breaking point. Diana entered the guest bathroom one morning and nearly gagged. The towel rack held a damp, mildew-scented cloth. The floor was sticky. And in the corner, Sabrina's socks. She took a deep breath, walked downstairs, and asked Ethan to talk. Ethan met her in the kitchen, eyes heavy from a late shift. "I need to be honest," Diana began. "Sabrina needs to shower more, or she needs to move out." Ethan blinked. "What?" "She smells, Ethan. The entire house smells. She doesn't clean up after herself. I've tried being patient, but I've reached my limit." He looked defensive. "She works 12-hour shifts. She's exhausted. We're all tired, Ethan. But this is a shared space. Everyone else manages basic hygiene." "You're being mean," he snapped. "Controlling." Diana's voice stayed calm. "I'm protecting my home. And your sister, your father, even Toby can't breathe comfortably anymore." Ethan walked out without another word. For 2 days, no one spoke. Sabrina avoided Diana completely. Ethan stayed in his room. The house felt heavy with tension, and not just from the smell. On the 3rd night, the washing machine whirred. Diana stared in disbelief. That afternoon, she heard the bathroom shower running longer than usual at dinner. Sabrina showed up freshly bathed, hair tied back, smelling faintly of vanilla. Diana said nothing. She didn't need to. Later that week, Ethan approached her. She was embarrassed, he admitted. Said she hadn't realized how bad it got. She just felt numb after work. "I understand," Diana replied. "But we all live here. That means we all contribute. Cleanliness is part of respect." He nodded. "She'll try harder, and I will too." A few days later, Sabrina walked into the kitchen where Diana was chopping carrots. "I want to say sorry," she said quietly. "I didn't mean to make everyone uncomfortable." Diana looked up, surprised. "Thank you. I guess I've been in survival mode for so long I forgot what normal looks like. I've been on my own since 19. Hygiene wasn't a priority when rent was a struggle." Diana softened. That's hard. Sabrina smiled faintly. I appreciate you being honest, even if it stung. They stood there for a moment, two women from different worlds, connected by honesty. Over the next few weeks, things changed. Sabrina started doing dishes without being asked. She cleaned the bathroom. She bought her own laundry detergent. Mia even admitted, she's kind of funny now that she doesn't reek. By month 3, Sabrina landed a better job at a catering company. She started looking at apartments with Ethan. And then one Saturday, they moved out just a few blocks away. Diana helped pack their things. When she entered Ethan's old room after they left, she found a thank you note on the dresser. Thank you for telling the truth, even when I didn't want to hear it. I needed that. We both did. 6 months passed. Ethan and Sabrina came by often. They brought banana bread, stories, laughter. Sabrina smelled like coconut shampoo now. Diana sometimes remembered the smell, the tension, the awkwardness, but mostly, she remembered the change. Because sometimes, love meant tough conversations. And sometimes, a clean start began with a bar of soap.